welcome to Crafty Little Things. I'm Andrea, and today I'm going to use one stamp pad, which is in the lovely lipstick shade of ink from Stampin' Up, and I'm going to use a sheet of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to use the Dandelion Wishes set again because I'm going to do 3 projects using this, off maybe 4, and I'm using this stamp here, and I'm using the big stamp here, and I'm going to make a piece of DSP that I'm going to make into a bag. So I've mounted this block, this one onto a block, and I've mounted this one onto a block. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp into the lovely lipstick, and I'm going to stamp off and stamp off again, and then I'm going to randomly stamp. Okay, stamp off again, and then I'm going to randomly stamp. Not too. There we go. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the bigger stamp, and I'm going to stamp the whole thing. Okay, and I'm going to decide which way is up. This way is up for me now. So just before I pop it away, I'm going to get a bit of Very Vanilla here, a scrap piece, and I'm just going to stamp that. Wishing you a life, wishes for a life, wishes for a lifetime of love and happiness. What a lovely font that is. Gorgeous. So I might just take the little dandelions and just let them. I don't know how much of this I'm going to actually use in my label, so I might not use any of it, but just in case I do. It's best to stamp it now rather than get it all back out again later, because now I can put my ink away. I'm sort of getting to grips with these new ink pads, but I'm still finding that I'm getting covered in ink when I use them, which is not good. Right, so now for the bag then, it's just going to be a really, really simple bag. So it's going to be 10.5 by 7 is what we need. 1, yeah, and then we score it at 4 to get our 3 inches across, and then we score it at 6 to get our other side, and then we score it at 9, yeah, and then we score it at, so we've got 1 here, so we need 10, and then we just have that join is going to be, that join's actually going to be in the side of the bag, if you like, and then we're going to score it on the long side, the short side. We're going to score it from the bottom, so I'm going to make this the bottom, I think. So we're going to score it at 5.5 from the bottom, and that's going to make the bottom of our bag. And then we're going to score it back at 1.5. Okay. So 1.5 and 5.5 is where we're going to score it. Okay, and then as it wraps around, this piece is going to be the back piece that comes over. Okay, how many times have I said okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to score this. We're just going to burnish this. So burnish all the score lines, and then we'll work at cutting things out. So this piece you want to keep cut down this score line where you've got sort of your square piece. Yeah, that's going to come out. This is going to come out. This piece here is coming out, and this piece here is coming out. So in fact, you're just cutting away all of that there. Okay, it's all coming out. And then you're cutting out all of this as well. So all you're left with is that flap that's going to come over. So cut all of that out. And now this edge piece, this 1 inch piece we're going to join, just cut that in so it's not too bulky, and cut off this tiny skinny rectangle, notching at the same time. And now you can see your bag's taking shape. When that comes together, that's going to fold over the top. And then you want to just cut up these score lines along the bottom. Okay. Usually your join will not be in the side of your bag because that kind of splits these. It doesn't matter, but I just wanted it to be like that for this project. Okay, so you can take some away. I'm going to take away quite a big wedge out of these side pieces, and I'm going to take a little wedge out of the back piece. And like I said, I'm going to take quite a big wedge off the side of there, and quite a big wedge off the side of there, but I'm not going to take anything off the front piece because I like the front piece to be nice, and this is the front, I like it to be nice and sturdy. Okay, so now when you've got your box all put together, what you're going to do is you're going to pinch that in so it goes like nice and triangular, and then this is it's going to be virtually straight, and that's just going to wrap over the top. Now if you want to, you can pop a little score line in there. In fact, I'm going to pop a little score line in there. I'm just going to turn it this way, and I'm going to pop a little score line in at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, just so that it folds over that top. I'm just going to burnish that, bring it forward, just so that it helps it to go over. And then before I do anything else, I'm just going to round these corners. I'm going to use this one here. You know, with Stampin' Up! Have got a new corner punch now, which is really nice to have, but I haven't got it yet. But it's nice to be able to get one at last, and to be able to use one, because of course we haven't had a corner punch for a year. So now I'm just going to glue it together. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put glue on this skinny flap down the side here. Okay. And I'm going to just fold that right over, and it should line up nicely. Oops. Line up nicely. Just push it down with a bone folder. And then what I'm going to do is, this is my back and this is my front. So what I'm going to do, so it looks nice from the inside, I'm going to fold down my back, put down my tabs, and then my front is going to come down last, okay? Oh, in fact, no it's not. I'm going to fold down my tabs, fold down my back, and my front is going to come down last to make it nice and tidy. So, bit of glue. on the, I'm just going to fold this in so you can see where I'm putting the glue. The glue wants to go on that flap from the back. And it's a little bit wobbly because you've got that join there, but don't worry about that. Then I'm going to put some glue on the front flap, and this, because we never notched this front flap in, this is going to keep everything nice and square. So once that's down, everything's going to be nice and square. I'll just pop that back and then just stick everything down. Use your bone folder just to make sure it's pressed down really nice. Okay. If you've got any little overlap, just trim it off, but you shouldn't have. You're not going to see it anyway. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this right in because I really want to get a nice shape coming down there. So I'm going to push that right in, and then I'm going to fasten. So this is our shape that we've got coming in, yeah? So then it's sort of that 3/4 of an inch across the top, and then it's going to fasten here, okay? And now how it's going to fasten is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my single hole punch, or should I take my ribbon punch? No, I'm going to take my single hole punch, and I'm going to just punch 2 holes in here, and I'm going to try and get them in this. I'm just going to, where this curve ends, I'm just going to pop a hole in there, and then where it ends on the other side, I'm going to pop a hole in there, okay? So we can see those. And I'm just going to get a pencil, and I'm just going to draw where those holes are. And I'm going to draw, I'm just going to pop a hole in there, and a hole in there. Okay, and that's just going to enable me to thread some ribbon through there. So I'm just going to get some ribbon. I'm going to use this, but it's Melon Mambo. It's a bit of a different pink, but it's, I just love, I think it's Melon Mambo anyway. I just love this ribbon, this satin sort of lined ribbon. Nice. And then we've got this sentiment, haven't we? So I'm just going to look at what I'm going to do with that. Do you know what I think I'm going to do with that? I'm going to cut it out. I'm just going to see if the Pretty Label punch keeps it all in. Oh yes, got a bit too much off. I'm probably going to trap my finger in this. But it fits beautifully. Don't you just love it when a sentiment fits beautifully into a punch? Just makes life so much easier. So that can go on there. But what I'm going to do, because it's all the same colour, is I'm going to back it off, I think, with a plain, just a plain strip. And I can just use the back of one of these. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and I'm just going to stick that on with glue. This dandelion pattern, I've got an idea for something to make with it, because it's just reminded me of something very much so delicate and lovely. I've also got quite an important proposition coming up for other crafters to help me out with if they want to, so watch out for that. So I'm just going to put the dimensionals down the middle. I'll just put 3 down the middle, and then I'm just going to pop this on. Like so. And there we have it. What a beautiful little bag. Look at that paper. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you've enjoyed me making that and showing you how easy it is to just make your own DSP with, what did we use? One piece of paper, one piece of paper, 2 stamps, 3 stamps, 1 stamp set, 1 piece of paper and 1 ink pad and a bit of ribbon. That's beautiful. Look at that beautiful box. It's gorgeous. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye bye.